Hi, I'm Tawanda Lioga, a registered social worker from Harare, Zimbabwe. I believe anxiety is the most common mental health issue that students face. Fear of the unknown. Are they going to find the right internship? Do they know which path they want to follow within the area of study? Will I get a job after university? These are the questions students always wonder about. This extends to the pressure on students trying to get high grades and come out with a first class degree. Anything below that is deemed as a failure and a reason why they are less likely to get a job. This affects the overall well being of a student as it leads to drug and substance abuse, suicide, malnutrition, as well as insomnia. I believe universities should have more campaigns on mental health issues under well being and diversity. They should also invite alumni students to go back and openly share their experiences to foster a healthy environment where students are felt, seen, and understood. Lastly, I believe all lecturers should have a course in either social work or counseling to offer better care and guidance to all students. Thank you.
Mental health issues such as stress, anxiety, and depression has had a great significant impact on students' ability to learn, to focus, perform, and participate during lectures.
Many university students are facing some mental health challenges. This is because of stress, anxiety, depression, or even addiction. This is because of change in time management, change in routine, self-care, and increase in responsibilities. So when it comes to anxiety, students with this introduction of modular learning that has been introduced recently, students are too anxious that are they going to pass at the end of the semester because we are doing half of the modules within 3 weeks and write some exams. So it's something that is bringing anxiety among students. And also when it comes to depression, students are depressed by what we call mujolo or some relationship problems among youth is something that is trending recently. And also when it comes to addiction, students are resorting in drug and substance abuse that is affecting the youth because of too much pressure, be it academic pressure or they feel neglected by their parents, something like that. So thank you.
Some of the issues that usually affect students on campus is the issue of stress, anxiety. I think we can just call it depression in general. You find that there's a lot of pressure that you're dealing with here at school, especially with this new system of modularization that has come, whereby the stuff you're supposed to be learning over a period of 3-4 months, you're not learning it in 1 month. Instead of just having 2-hour lectures, you're having them 4 of them at once, listening to the lecture for 4 hours, 2 lectures per day. That can really, really drain you. And you find that if you are going to continue like this the whole year, you end up being depressed, you end up losing interest in things that actually interest you, or you may end up developing unhealthy coping mechanisms. Like, given that you're under so much pressure, the human body can only take so much. So you find that you end up developing a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms. Like, for example, engaging in antisocial behavior like drugs, for example. You may end up starting to dress up in a way which is not exactly proper, given that you're just trying to find a way to relieve yourself, you're just trying to find a way to have fun with yourself, just to try and distract yourself. So there's that issue of depression. And I actually know of a case one time in my first year. The girl actually had a panic attack. She actually had those for a week in the middle of the night. She just wake up panicking simply because of school. It had gotten that bad. So you find that this is just one among many others, not forgetting of the fact that at home you've got a whole lot of issues that you'll be dealing with. Your parents, maybe issues of money. They're not able to pay for you this semester, but then they've just managed to pay a part of it. And now you've got lecturers on your tail, assignments. You're supposed to be handing your assignments on time. There are group works. You're supposed to be attending lectures every time, 8 o'clock up to 4 o'clock, with only 5-minute breaks, by the way. You're supposed to be studying at the same time. You're not sleeping at all. There's just a lot. So these are just some of the issues that affect people. It's mainly depression. I know everyone is just saying depression, but then that's exactly what's on the ground. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks, they plenty.
Here is how universities can be encouraged to create a more open and sociable way of engaging with students who are having mental health challenges. Number one, we can create in-house resources that enable students to be in a position where they can communicate with the student dean, with other students, with lecturers. For example, we can have an in-house rehabilitation center where we know we are going to this room for these particular problems.
Good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen. As it is mental health awareness in the UK, I'd like to share a few messages with you on what are the most common types of mental health issues faced by university students. First of all, before we commence, my name is Tadio Moe and I'm a clinical social work intern here in Zimbabwe and currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in social work. Some of the most common types of mental health issues faced by university students include anxiety, depression, stress, eating disorders, such as anorexia nervosa, substance abuse, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, bipolar disorder, and suicidal ideation. These mental health issues are perpetrated by a number of things that are in line with many things that university students face, such as peer pressure from other students in relation to drug and substance misuse. And then mental health struggles can have significant impact on a student's academic performance and overall well-being. When a student is dealing with mental health issues, they may experience difficulties in concentrating, remembering information, and staying motivated. This can lead to poor academic performance, missed assignments, and increased risk of dropping out of university. Additionally, mental health struggles can negatively affect a student's social life, relationships, physical health, and overall quality of life. In terms of relationships, when someone who's in university face adversities that are so much that they deem to be so much higher to face, they may become avoidant in relationships because they seem that they are not worth of loving, they are not worth of having a meaningful relationship with people. And answering the third question of how can universities be encouraged to create a more open and supportive environment for students to discuss mental health issues. What I can recommend to universities is that some universities need to provide easy access to mental health resources and support services on campus, such as providing mental health professionals such as social workers, psychologists, and psychiatric doctors and nurses that can help students achieve what they want. And offering mental health awareness and stigma reduction programs, training faculty and staff to recognize some signs of mental health issues and provide appropriate support to these students, establishing peer support groups and mental health student organizations, promoting a culture of openness and acceptance around mental health,